Hi, this is Ren, and this is All Walks of Film. Today's film is Under the Skin. I don't get what the fuss is about this film. People are declaring this to be one of the best movies of the year, which leads me to question what movie they saw, and how the hell can I get my hands on that film? Well, it's an overly ambitious film, providing imagery that I've never seen before. The film falls flat in its structure. It's a prime example of why sometimes the sum of all parts doesn't equal a whole. First of all, I understand the film is a loose narrative, and while this is part of the film's detriment, I do not think loose narrative films equal bad films. I'm a huge fan of Malick, Wong Kar-wai, and Kim Kudik, along with several other loose narrative films. Under the Skin, however, while it narratively shares much in common with the Kiarostami film, The Taste of Cherry, a film where a cab driver drives around the city trying to get someone to kill him, similar to Scarlett Johansson going around the city trying to lure men into the car so that she can abduct them and lure them into this like black goo. And if you've read the book, apparently it's like something alien cannibals, or I mean not cannibals, but like, you know, the aliens are harvesting humans, but none of that is clear in the film. And the director of the film hadn't seen the film, and he hadn't read the book in 10 years, and the writer of the film never read the book. So the absence, they apparently didn't know what they were doing. So the pacing is so slow and repetitive. Lure a man into a vehicle, take him back to a place, goes down, and then, and when he goes down, it's the same music over and over again. Yeah. Ugh. The concept's interesting, but the repetitiveness is so painful that it doesn't warrant 108 minutes. I could see this film being a really compelling short film, but at its current length, I found myself bored. Under the Skin is empty, cold, and monotonous, and the insane amount of this critical praise over this movie, people throwing it into their top 10 list, blows my mind. I've actually had some conflicts with people on Reddit, and it just blows my mind, that people would, even just consider this film. Jeez. And then people are going out and saying that, you don't get it. It's like Kubrick, it's very hollow and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, first of all, Under the Skin is not Kubrick. And, I love the movie 2001. And Jonathan Glazer isn't even in the same ballgame as Stanley Kubrick, which he said himself at the pre-screen that we saw earlier this year. I'm sick and tired of him being compared to this man. And, Kubrick knew what he was doing, whereas Jonathan Glazer clearly didn't. And if you don't believe me on the soundtrack, I dare you to go on YouTube and look up Void. You will hear these 3 beats repeated. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, and the audience that I saw it just was laughing their ass off when it was presented. So, yeah, I don't get it. That being said, obviously This movie has an audience, but I was not this audience. So you'll read a lot of good reviews. In fact, it's hard for me to find people that aren't giving the film good reviews. So that being said, definitely watch on your own risk. Fortunately, there are many avenues that you don't have to pay money for if you're already streaming. Amazon Prime and I believe Netflix also has it. So enter at your own risk, but this is definitely not a recommendation from me. That's all for now. Thanks for listening to All Walks of Film.